hopefully he can keep up that action and get us some more high-tier elite RSC matches. But here we go, into the first game. And it's the bottom of the table clash. Who will be able to get their season back up after a rough start, and who will be left down in the dumps even further?
Yeah, really good start, really good fast pace coming out.
Cynics, oh wow.
Cynics just sniping it right from the beginning, saying let's go.
Yeah, trying to get back up to that 1 goal a game ratio, which is very impressive for a team that's gone 0-8 in their first 2 series. But yeah, lightning quick, 18 seconds in and already getting Zulu into the lead. Enclave cannot afford to let them go any further here. You know, it's a long time in game number 1, but Papoose is just gifting Sean Frost's possession here, and Blizzy will get the instant equalizer. These teams are ready to fight it out.
Yeah, both teams ready to fight it out indeed. Both throwing shots back and forth at each other. The first 30 seconds, 1-1. They're both amped and ready to score.
Yeah, very good response from Enclave to get themselves back into it here, and they pick up the possession again. Sean Frost just launching another one, trying to catch the defense, so it worked the first time, but this time Cynics found the block. Doesn't find his way through the Enclave defense, but they kept it alive as Jambi directs it back center. Clear comes through from Enclave, though. Finds Sean on the right-hand side, but shot is not good enough to beat Cynics in the net, and another clear will come out for Zulu, but only as far. Caramello, who tries to punch again. There are a lot of long booms at the moment. No one really taking a hold of the ball and trying to make things happen. That one might be a shot heading to the top corner, but it just glances wide from Sean Frost, and we stay at 1-1.
Really close shot there from Sean Frost. And it seems both these teams, are, like you said, are just banging it right now, trying to get some feelers, figuring out what they want to do against each other. I feel like it always takes 1 or 2 games to actually feel an opponent out, so I think both teams just trying to do what they can. Papusa almost putting a shot there. He's just going to have to go left there with Jambo on the side. Cynics. It seems like both teams leaving space for the other team to do something. So we'll see who can get in the next hit.
Yeah, I think the other thing is, you know, we're talking about Cloud being signed for Zulu before this. I'm pretty sure he's reasonably high up in the elite tier, but both Jambi and Papusa are minimum MMR. Jambi even promoted from rival as far as I know. So this is a pretty low MMR team, but based on this opening 2 minutes, they're certainly taking it to Enclave, still keeping it close, and maybe going ahead again here, but cannot find the shot to break down Enclave. Maybe the counter. Jambi takes it away from Papusa. Some Zulu chaos in the back here might allow it to open up for Blizzy, but can't find enough power on the back of it as Papusa recovers. Straight back up to Caramello. He's looking for the far corner. Again, Zulu will deny, but Blizzy now trying to pick up possession again. Only can find Cynics with it. It's on target. Caramello just makes the last-ditch effort, and now the counter's on for Enclave. It's so back and forth at the moment, but this will be the leading goal from Blizzy.
Yeah, really unfortunate there. Papusa trying to get it to mid, but it was just in a position that Cynics couldn't push up as that third man, and it was just a free open net at that point. Really unfortunate goal. I guess unfortunate depending on what side you're on. But both teams, you know, hitting back and forth at this point. I think it's a very close series.
Blizzy heading a little bit backwards here, but luckily no one from Zulu can get an important enough touch in it that takes away possession from Enclave. Shot from Caramello. Easily stopped by Cynics, but just directed back out to the shooting player. He can't keep a hold of it though. Now Jambi for the shot. Not on target. Sean Frost will let Blizzy collect. Interception by Papusa. Blizzy might get the read almost off the near post. Surely Sean Frost to finish. What a save by Jambi to keep it at a deficit of 1. Wow, that was very important. You're already seeing how this game might go as Zulu racking up 5 saves in the opening 3 minutes, but keeping it down to that 1 goal deficit might prove to be very, very important for them because it just allows any counter opportunity to find the equalizer. Might be 3 now, though, for Sean. Still can't find the back of the net. And the counter is there. And it's Jambi to get it. Zulu are back equal.
2-2 now. 2 minutes left to go. And it's very interesting to see these teams. I feel like Cynics is very much carrying right now on the Zulu side. And Enclave seems to have some really good team chemistry going on. So it could be anybody's game at this point.
I didn't actually realize at first that was a team pinch from Zulu. From the 2 players maybe feeling that carry from Cynics, you know, the higher MMR player, and certainly scored a lot of goals so far to prove his worth. Got the hat-trick of saves as well, so doing a lot for his team. But that team pinch is what's got them back into this. So You know, it's never a fully solo man effort. There's always going to be your team involved. Cynics maybe to take the lead, but Sean Frost finds the save. Papusa demoed out means Caramello can try again, looking for another touch to get it backboard, but Jambi's waiting very patiently, very well placed to get it away, and it opens up for Cynics on the left-hand side, but Sean is the last player back for Enclave. It still finds the clear. Papusa now shuts down Caramello, but Sean beats one. Cynics left as last man, avoids the bump and gets the save. He's doing a lot for Zulu at the moment, and it might be the counter for Papusa. It's off the post. It's Enclave get a little bit of a let-off, but Blizzy wins another 50. Doesn't have any boost to work with, leaves it for Caramello, looking for the double off the sidewall, but Cynics finds the block away. Enclave keep it alive in the final third, though. Looking for something now. Sean Frost, not the best touch, means Caramello is forced further backwards, and Jambi will pick it up. Blizzy finds some sort of interception, but pretty awkward for Enclave here. Cynics into the middle. Save comes out, but Papusa trying to get it back in the danger zone. No shot coming through, and heading into these last 20 seconds, doesn't really look like anyone's willing to step up and win it in regulation. I think overtime beckons unless Caramello, no, can't find the finishing blow.
Both these teams just trying to get scored right now, trying to get shots on net at this point. Seems like Zulu's had more chances right now. They're sitting at 8 shots and Enclave sitting at 10, so it's not quite the case. We're going to go into overtime here. And who do you think is going to win this one? It seems very close on both sides.
It's very, very close. At the moment, I'm leaning Enclave. I think they've just shown a little bit more danger in the final third, maybe here to win it, but you know, they've been forcing Zulu into some more awkward saves, and yes, Zulu have been making them, but you know, it's pretty hard to consistently keep those up in the back line, and although they are breaking forward at times, as you say, it's pretty close. I just think Enclave should have enough about them to get this vital first game win. You know, every series can be decided by a first game like this, where it's so tense, where it's so cagey, and one team takes the lead, they could just be seeing themselves off with it, try and rack up a few more in it, and maybe Sean Frost win here as Jambi's alone in the defense. Doesn't need to find the touch, so Sean couldn't really find anything of note. Papusa to break forward, looking for another touch. Instead, Jambi's the one to get there. Splizzy will get the dunk over. Surely Sean Frost open net back in. So it's going to be Phil of the week, I think, though, Finn, because he somehow missed it. And Zulu, absolutely massive let off.
Oh, Sean, how did you let that one happen? All the time in the world, open net. It happens. What do you say, man? It happens. But just like you said, everybody's trying to push for that first game when you want to have that momentum coming into a series. And I agree. I think Enclave right now definitely has the pressure, definitely has a team sense about them. But Zulu's having some dangerous shots. If they can get some of these on net, it might go either way. So it is now Papusa, Sean Frost trying to put it in the mid, Carmelo. And there's going to be a 2v1 here. They do have a chance. Cynic's not quite able to get the touch on it to pass it to mid. Papusa alone, going back and forth now, just from both sides. Seems like some banger ball going on.
That was actually the first shot on target in this overtime from Blizzy there. Might immediately lead to the winning shot, but Caramello denied by Cynics. You know, that's just how cagey this is. So 2 minutes of overtime, not a single shot came through. Obviously, Sean should have done better with the open net chance, and it's going to be so crushing for Enclave now. If they can't see this out, they definitely had more possession in this overtime. But Zulu, they've kept themselves alive. That's all they need to do here. And as what got them the equalizer, one counter is what can win it in overtimes like this. But still, Enclave trying to push forward and keeping hold of the ball. Papusa will break forward, but doesn't he leave any teammates. Cynics maybe should have found the touch, but Caramello had done enough to put them off despite missing contact with the ball. Sean will break, but Papusa makes the interception anyway. Again, Enclave back on it. They just go straight back up the other end anytime Zulu have any sort of possession. And again, Cynics and Papusa trying to link up, but there's just nothing coming through. No connections really being made, and it's allowing Enclave so much time on the ball. Blizzy will pick it up again. It's on target, but low and easy for Papusa to deal with. He'll have a shot here to Jambi, surely to win it, but it's off the crossbar. That was the moment for Zulu. Maybe Enclave now on the other side, but Cynics will control it. Both teams coming so close to winning this game. 3 minutes in, and still relay tied.
Yeah, Zulu with a really good team play there. That was so close from Jambi, and a really good technical shot as well. Double demo coming out Zulu's side. They should be able to get at least a shot on net here. Not quite able to, though. Good cut there from Cynics. Papusa just going to take it long. Cut out by Blizzy there. Blizzy having a heck of a game. He's almost gotten a flip reset that would have won this overtime. 3.5 minutes so far. Both teams struggling to get shots in at this point.
Zinix has now hit 6 saves on the scoreboard, and Papuso's not far behind on 4. It's really been a defensive showing from Zulu throughout to keep them in it. And Enclave really struggling to break them down. It might well be what wins Zulu this game as Papuso looks and searches for the top corner, can't find it, Zinix to win it, but Blizzy somehow finds the touch. Not on the counter, looks for the open net, but Papuso has got themselves back in the rotation to make sure they can't win it just yet. Now we hit the 4-minute mark. Still nothing, maybe an opportunity here, but no one was committing for it from Zulu. Back into the middle it goes. Carmelo and his teammate will commit for it though and get it clear again. Papuso will push it back forward off the backboard. Does he have anyone with him? Just Sean Frost to find the touch. Jambi pushes it back forward. It's on target for Carmelo to deal with. Papuso skies it off the crossbar again for Zulu.
So many shots that could have gone in if they're not going wide or high. It's so close from Zulu's side, who's a very defensive team, and when they're shooting, if they have these shots on, I feel like it's an easy win for them. They're doing a great job defending with 12 saves at this point. Super defensive game coming out from Zulu, but they have the shots there indeed as well. Just need to get them on target.
Yeah, I think Enclave have had the best chance to win it in Sean Frost's open net miss, and they've had the better possession. But yeah, I also do agree that overall Zulu have had more good chances in the final third. You know, they've been very efficient with getting the connections in and around those areas, just haven't found the finishing blow, and it means that this consistent pressure from Enclave keeps building up, and if they don't eventually sink one of these good chances, it feels like Enclave's build-up will eventually find that breakthrough, and it might be here, but again, there's just no power on the final shot as Papuso gets it going back in the right direction for Zulu. Another demo comes out from Jambi, and it's forced off to the left-hand side for the Zulu offense. No touch from Enclave, looking very awkward now, but still Carmelo eventually finds some sort of clearance. Very close to Blizzy on the offense, but Blizzy is the one to take it away. He'll look for the pass center off of the corner, but only finds a Zulu player, launches it all the way back downfield. But still no shot found for Zulu as Sean, or at least someone from Enclave, finds it away. Cynic's up for this one. Looking forward, we'll just launch it long instead of going for the shots off the crossbar though instead. Carmelo was not reaching that one, but Sean still gets it to safety on the left-hand side. No touch for Jambi, but he'll find the interception on Carmelo. Blizzy forward, but Papuso there in time to make the block for Zulu. Blizzy again will direct it into the middle for Enclave to strike at, but Zulu doing so well at limiting the opportunities and narrowing these angles. Carmelo doesn't have any boost to work with, but Blizzy does. That's the moment! There it is, 6 minutes into overtime, and Enclave have done it!
6-minute overtime, and that's the one that went in. So many chances from both of these teams. Man, what a game. It's going to be a long night if every game's that long.
Holy moly, that might be the longest overtime I've ever casted, and yeah, as you say, there was no lack of chances to win it. If we counted up, it was 18 shots to, if I can count to 14, that's very, you know, it ended 10-8 in regulation time, so it really stepped up after those maybe slightly lackluster opening 2 minutes of overtime, and yeah, so many massive moments for Zulu to try and take it away, but eventually their defense did break down, and Enclave's torrent of offensive pressure found the winning goal, and this is just going to be so tough from Zulu to come back to. You play 11 minutes of Rocket League, and for what?
And for what indeed. I think both these teams, we can say, are warmed up though at this point. The second game is going to be intense. Both teams pretty much playing 2 series at this point. They're ready to go. Pretty sure they felt each other out as well, so I'm excited to get this game 2 ready.
Yeah, you did say at the start that, you know, normally it takes 1 to 2 games for teams to find that opening rhythm and see what the other team is going to offer, but we've already essentially had 2 games, so, you know, it should be even more fiery from this moment on as we will head on over to Game 2, still in Champions Field. It'll be Enclave looking to continue their Game 1 form, but Zulu desperately hoping that it doesn't go to such dire depths as the last one, 6 minutes into overtime, and they lost it. Carmelo and Cynics get it started.
Both these teams coming out quickly, just starting right off where they left off, and they're both going to be trying to get chances again. Hopefully Zulu can start putting more of these away now. I think they've you know had the shakes, and I think they can start getting these in net. They've hit so many crossbar shots.
Might be the opener for Enclave. Very, very close off the woodwork. Maybe Blizzy Jambi jumps up for it. Now maybe the counter for Zulu. Does get the touch, but Sean intercepts Cynics. Nothing found as Papusa's forced backwards, but good long field to Cynics. Has the redirect. It's on target, but Carmelo and Sean have enough time to deal with it, but can only find Papusa, who is lurking so dangerously on the edge of the box. Very well placed to get the rebound in to the back of the net for the opener.
Yeah, hard to miss that one, Papusa. Good job being there. Right position for sure, and it's a very awkward save from the Enclave side. 1-0 to Zulu.
Yeah, it didn't look like it had much power on it, the Cynics redirect, but it was just well enough placed that the two players in the net, as you say, didn't have many options to go with, and eventually it only found the ball directed out to Papusa to get them into the lead here. But you know, we saw them in the lead in game one, and we know how that ended up, so they're going to have to hope that they do better with this one. Maybe find at least one more, because one goal leads are rarely enough, and it might be the instant equalizer again. It is. Tie it up just past the minute mark. Blizzy finds the opening.
Great pressure there coming from Enclave. They had really good offensive rotations there. Really good pass across to midfield, and Blizzy just able to slot it in that top right corner.
Yeah, pinpoint link up on that final third line, you know, just playing it in around those gaps of the defense from Zulu. You know, we've seen them try so many times just launching it at net, and Zulu keep on proving that they're able to find those saves, but maybe it is those spaces in between the lines that Enclave have to work with as Papusa looks for the snapshot. Carmelo will get this save. Sean now on the pick, looking for Carmelo on the left, nearly finds it, but Cynics gets a very important touch to make sure that connection doesn't happen. Now Blizzy looking for something, but Cynics again will find a good defensive touch. This time doesn't do so well, though. Relies on Jambi on the back wall, but it's very, very light. Allows Enclave to keep a hold of it. Massive clearance from Papusa now, though. Blizzy looking a little bit awkward, but still finds this touch to safety. Papusa directing it back middle. Sean Frost, touch not convincing. Cynics has space to work with here, but can only find the corner wall and not enough space to work with. Jambi was looking for the shot on target. Couldn't find it as Papusa tries to direct it back into the middle. Enclave doing very well now in their defensive rotation to keep on denying Zulu opportunities. Might be the pass from Zinix, but it's only to find all three Enclave players pushing forward. I'll have to see a triple commit in Elite here, but I mean, it doesn't come to anything and it wasn't punished, so why not?
Why not, indeed? I guess if it works, you can't say it's wrong, right?
Absolutely. Maybe Blizzy off the post and in to find the leading goal from Enclave. They complete the comeback, and yet again, the one goal lead for Zulu wasn't enough. Papusa did not see Blizzy coming in with this last minute flick on very low boost.
Yeah, very nice shot from Blizzy now. 2 goals, 3 shots. He's coming out really big for his team right now. Zulu's going to have to be a little bit careful. They keep double committing and bumping into each other. Seems like they're having a hard time getting into the groove with each other. The chemistry's just not quite there yet.
Yeah, and you can really see it from Enclave. Blizzy clearly called the ball, and his teammates were ready to attack it if he hadn't got the shot, but he got it in, and that first goal, of course, finding that link up. Blizzy on the edge of the box to direct it home, but I think overall this game has just been way more accurate. You know, there were so many woodwork hits in the last game and so much less accurate, but we've had 3 goals out of 8 shots total from both teams, and that's a much better record. These teams really trying to up their quality with these offensive moves, and Zulu, they obviously have work to do, but they are doing, I think, maybe a little bit better on that front in the opening 3 minutes of game number 2. Obviously, though, needing to find a way back into it, and they're in the wrong half of the pitch at the moment. Papusa will find the block on Sean Frost, as again, they're having to try and play it out. This might be a better look in, though, as Cynics finds Jambi, maybe looking for Papusa on the right, but just a little bit too much power on it, as Enclave will pick it back up. Sean, 0 boost, but still finds the flick into the middle. Cynics finds the goal line clearance, but Blizzy picks it back up, looking for the hat-trick now. Maybe finds the flip reset, but very early challenge from Papusa will allow Zulu time in the opening third here, maybe into the middle. It's an awkward touch from Enclave, but the third player wasn't attacking until now. Jambi storming home on the edge of the box, eventually finds the touch and will blast it home.
Very nice job from Jambi there. He wasn't quite sure whether he wanted to go, making sure that somebody was coming back for third, but he saw how open it was and he just said, I'm going for it. I know I got this goal. Nice job tying it up. 1 minute left here. Very close series so far.
Yeah, it's good patience from Jambi there. You know, maybe a couple times in game number 1, they weren't always waiting for the opportunities, just diving a little bit too quickly. That wasn't the case there. perfectly placed on the halfway line to allow himself to break for that one and get it home. But a minute left, Zulu are already back on the defense. They've had to do so much work in this area of the pitch throughout this series, but they'll keep on doing it, and we're back at this 2-all scoreline. Heading into the closing stages of game number 2, I think overtime might be heading our way once more.
I think so as well. Enclave with 5 shots, Zulu with 6 so far, 3 saves, 4 saves. It's so close, just like last series. We might go into another overtime.
Enclave looking to find something. Papusa will break up the other end, and once more here, it's very high for anyone to get anything on it, and Jambi take their time again, but this time, shot not as venomous. Double commit from Zulu in the dying moments might allow the break for Enclave, but they keep it alive instead. Jambi up high, will look for another touch, looking for the double, keeps it alive instead. Carmelo nothing found, sticks for the angle, it'll hit the ground though. Papusa was looking to hit it, but it doesn't matter. We go to overtime. Oh my word, what a series this is shaping up to be, Finn.
What a series indeed, and both of these teams knowing how big it is, they both need these wins. No matter what team you're on right now, all you're hoping to do is get a 4-0. Because any wins right now matter big time in these first couple weeks.
Especially when you're on Zulu, still waiting for that first game win. Get yourselves on the board, that's all that matters. It's another great opportunity to do so, but Enclave, we've seen how good they can be. Carmelo to win, looking for Sean Frost on the right-hand side, but too much power on it. Means that Zulu will survive for a little moment longer. Cynics somehow can torch their car around that one to find the touch, but still only finds more Enclave players on the left-hand side. Jambi over 1, but Carmelo picks it back up. Papusa gets the touch instead, though. Sean Frost looks to get it clear. Jambi double commits with Cynics, maybe allows Blizzy another shot. He's still waiting for that hat-trick. Carmelo on this one. Papusa found the 50, though. Cynics, no touch. Sean Frost, space to work with, but no power behind the shot, and add little boost to work with as well. Gets a boost steal in there, though. Another touch needed from Enclave as it was on target from Jambi, but relatively easy for Blizzy to deal with. Cynics can't get anything on it. Again, there's just lacking touches in important moments, and it's allowing other teams so much possession, but we're just seeing a really, really big lack of killer blows at the moment, of dangerous shots, and again, I'm not sure we've seen a shot in this overtime. We probably have, I've just missed it, but we're desperately lacking some clinicality.
Yeah, it's really hard for the Zulu side to get any pressure. It seems like Enclave has all of the ball control right now, no matter where they are. On offense, defense, they seem a lot more in control than Zulu. And I think it just stems from all of these double commits coming out of Zulu. The rotations seem very long, very awkward from Zulu. Everyone's not sure where they're going, and Sean Frost is slotted in top net. Enclave able to put one away again. This is rough for the Zulu side. You're sitting there 0-10. What do they need to do for a win here?
Yeah, 8 minutes of overtime and losing both of them. It's really tough to say because we've seen such great heights from them throughout this series. Like we saw in game 1, them have so many chances time and time again, looking like they were going to finally find the winning goal, but they just didn't come. And on defense as well, they've had really solid periods of rotation when Enclave were just coming forward consistently and Zulu were always finding those touches. So I guess it's just that you can't let your guard down. You know, maybe you do find those moments sometimes where you're going toe-to-toe with Enclave, but they're just not always finding those same moments, and that's what's really allowing Enclave to break forward. They're the ones that are always looking to control, that are always looking to get themselves into it, where Zulu are maybe just trying to match Enclave at times and not keeping up that same quality the whole way through.
No, it's really sad for the Zulu side because they're in the game every time. They're right there. They're in the overtime. They're battling it out, and they're just not quite able to put it away. Both teams having 8 shots. The saves about the same as well. They are exactly the same. And it's sad because the Zulu side is right there every time. They just need to put these shots away. And Enclave is I personally think, looking really good as a team. They have good pressure, good rotations. You don't see nearly as many double commits coming out. The Enclave side is looking stronger, I would say, so far. But you can't count Zulu out. They're right there in it.
Yeah, of course. I mean, if you're going to 2 overtimes, obviously you've done something right at some point, but I think maybe a lot of this is on the roster moves you saw before. Zulu brought in Cloud, but he's not playing here tonight. Enclave brought in Blizzy, And he's been hitting some fire shots, really putting in a lot of work to get Enclave into this 2-0 lead. Might be another early opener in this series, and this time it's from Enclave. Caramello is on top. They carry on from where they left off, and no one's home for Zulu.
Yeah, really good touch there from Blizzy, and then just able to slot it in as Carmelo. So really fast first 10 seconds for Enclave there. But if it's the first 2 games or any way to show us that Zulu's just going to score in a couple seconds anyway. So here it is right now.
There you go. Wow. I don't think I've ever heard anyone.
That's the opposite of Casper's.
Yeah. So quickly, like literally 2 seconds after, and it's a passing play that we haven't seen from Zulu all series. Cynics finds Papusa in the midfield, and Enclave just aren't ready for that speed. We want to see more of that from Zulu coming forwards.
Most certainly, and both these teams coming out quick, just like both games before. I think this is just going to be overtime game after overtime game.
We're heading to 2-2 again, of course, and maybe Zulu already trying to get up to it, but Enclave getting clear. Caramello trying to get something in the midfield, but no teammate found, and Zulu will pick up the possession. Demo comes out from Papusa. Enclave looking a little light in defense at the moment, but good control from Caramello and gets to 50. Might be a good chance for him here, but Papusa will get underneath it and make sure he didn't have the shot. Blizzy into the middle again, but Papusa this time has enough boost to deal with the danger. Cynics looking for a touch, but just no danger provided by his shot, and far too easy for Caramello to clear. Gets the ceiling pinch off to Blizzy on the right, but a little bit too much pace on it for his teammate to find the shot. Papusa forward, Sean Frost back the other way, Cynics back the other way, but Caramello has time now to try and do something with this ball. Will look to control it and dribble forward, but Jambi with the 50 means that Papusa has a shot fixed around Blizzy, but didn't have enough space to fake around Caramello as well, as Blizzy on the left wall has it dropping in the middle here, but Sean Frost stays back as third man. Made the right choice as well, as Jambi did have it go in the right direction. Sean Frost straight up to Papusa though, off the post. Cynics to finish off the move, and Zulu complete their comeback and get themselves into the lead.
Yeah, really good one here from Zulu's side. That shot from Papusa looking good. Then he looks for the demo. I really like all the demos coming out from Zulu's side. It is helping them a lot.
Yeah, such good vision, such a heads-up play to know what they need to do there. You maybe miss the shot, or maybe that's just a better outcome. If you go for the straight shot, then Enclave can get the save, maybe the instant equalizer, but not this time. But yeah, you look for that demo, makes it so much more awkward for Enclave in net, and allows it to open up for your teammates, as they prove so here. But already they're forced into so much defensive action. Caramello is there at the near post. Sean Frost did so well with the 50, and Enclave straight back into it.
Alright, so no one's going to score now, right? For the next
3 minutes.
Both these teams this is a fight. Both teams hitting back and forth. This is really good matchup right now.
It's a pinnacle of the sort of competition you're going to see in this elite tier the whole way through the season. We're only in week 2, and this is already lightning quick. Sean Frost do not have the first third goal, but Jambi will find it. The first third goal to be found in regulation this series. It goes Zulu's way. Maybe this is finally the moment their tides turn.
Yeah, maybe indeed. Maybe we're going to have a 6-scoring game this time, how fast these goals are coming in. Both teams just right after each other are just scoring. It's really cool to see, because you can see both teams just turning it on right away, saying, no, we're not going to lose.
Carmelo with the double!
As Carmelo comes in, easy for him. He did not make that look any more prettier.
We're not even at the halfway mark yet, and we're at 3-3. What a play by Caramello to beat Cynics on the goal line. This is ridiculous.
Wow, what a shot coming up from Carmelo. I'm not even sure which way this is going to go at this point. Papusa hitting Cynics there. He did have control of that ball. Not quite sure it was there, but Sean Frost going to try to pass it out. Blizzy just taking his time. Might be able to just put this one into the corner. That's the first time Enclave has been able to top on this third game so far. See if they can keep the lead.
This just feels like it's going to be the most brutal series for Zulu ever, because it's been 2 overtimes, it's been so close the whole way through, and still they have no game wins, and still they face a deficit here. So Enclave looking to go 3-0 up in the series, as they just scored 2 in about 6 seconds, but maybe another instant equalizer. Cynics can't find the touch off of Jambi's pass. Papoose back into the middle, but Cynics didn't have enough time to round it. Sean Frost actually misses the touch, but Lizzie finds it instead. Cynics is there. Papoose looking for a bump, gets a demo instead. Cynics back in the middle. Jumpy starts off the post. Still alive though, still dangerous for Zulu. Papoose beat out by Carmelo in the right corner. No clearance found, but Sean Frost will find the pass instead. Straight back forward from Jambi though, looking to find this equaliser. Blizzy will find the save this time. Carmelo looking for the shot, only finds the post and Papusa and gets demoed out for their troubles. Jambi forced back into their own corner here, but is over one. Has boost to work with as they find another touch, but Lizzie has plenty of time and space to jump up for it. Papusa misses a touch, but Cynics is in an equally good position to make something happen here. Trying to push forward again, still trying to look for this equalizer. They've still got 90 seconds, and the aggression they're coming out with is so impressive to see. They're keeping their heads high, they're keeping up this forward momentum, and it feels like they are going to find their way back into this, but the counter might be open here. At this time they make the rotation though. Jambi's back with such time that there's not really a shot to work with for Enclave.
Yeah, you can see Zulu trying so hard right now, keeping up all these pressure, all this demo's coming out. They have another chance right now. How did Carmelo save that? 3 right there, demo coming out. That I thought for sure that was a goal for Zulu there. They're having chance after chance right now. Certainly they must score this one. Double tap, almost gets it there from Jambi off the corner. Very unfortunate. Zulu just not quite able to put these shots on net.
And after the ridiculous Zulu defensive performance in Game 1, it looks like Enclave are trying to replicate that. They're just going toe-to-toe with everything heading their way, finding every save, finding every clearance. Might be the own goal from Jambi. Blizzy to finish it. This is absolutely brutal for a Zulu side that's been trying so hard all series long. But with 27 seconds left, they're down by 2.
Oh man, with how this series has gone, you gotta feel for Zulu. I just want him to get 1 win at this point.
And it might have to be a Game 4, Finn, because they're going to need something huge in these last few plays. If they are to equalise, it might be a 3rd goal into the lead for Sean Frost. Zulu will break Cynics. No touch found. That was the moment that they needed. Jambi will look for the interception. Has to rely on Papusa instead, but nothing quite found. It'll come off the post for another play. Papusa desperately trying to find it back into the middle, but Blizzy just wastes more time off the clock, driving it forward for Enclave. The clock hits 0, and Enclave go 3-0 up in the series.
Been so close the whole way too. I really do feel for the Zulu side. You have to give it to Enclave. They're doing really, really well. As a team, they're working together. The rotations are very solid. They're not double committing. I feel like they have very much control of this game right now. 9 shots for the Enclave side, and you have 11 for Zulu. It's not like Zulu doesn't have chances. So many of their shots are going just a tad high or just a tad wide. It's so unfortunate for that Zulu side.
Never have I casted a longer overtime. Never have I casted a series so close that going into Game 4, one team is 3-0 up. And I mean, they're so confident with this one, apparently. It looks like they're going to make a roster change as Carmelo has left the lobby. I'm not sure if they're making a card change, or maybe they're not quite used to the fact that RSC is indeed a set of 4. You know, every game matters. If going 3-0 up doesn't really matter. The 4th game is just as important for the league standings. But hopefully we will get a 3rd Enclave player back into the lobby, because we're not quite done yet. There's still hope for Zulu to at least grab one. But there is. Sinks is joining the lobby. We'll get a first look in at how he's going to shape up for this side.
Yeah, and I think getting those sub games in is smart at this point. I mean, like you said, RSC is a very different league in that you need every win. Every win matters. Consistency matters. So if you go 3-1 or 4-0, it does matter by the end of 8 weeks or so. Those things add up. So it's going to be interesting to see what Sinks can bring to this roster. I think they've done a really good job, and see how he can vibe in here.
Yeah, I mean, even in the last couple seasons, we've been seeing teams and rival teams in Elite not make playoffs because of goal difference. That's how close it's been. So Enclave absolutely cannot switch off yet. We've seen how good Zulu can be, and if Enclave afford them anything, if they're maybe not quite playing up to scratch with this new 3 as Sinks comes in, then, I'm sure Zulu will be taking it in open arms.
I think so as well. Cynic's going to take this one up the side. Jambi going to wait for the pass there in mid. Cynics might get it to him, not quite able to though. Really good touch there. He might have left that for Papusi, who had a better touch, but Jambi's just going to take it in all the way. Goes off the corner. Busa getting the demo. Sinks is going to have to sit here and net for a second. Busa taking off the wall. Good touch there, at least, making him buy time. Jamie not quite able to get it. Really good pass up to Papusa. He might be able to pass it back down into Sinks. Good cut there from Sean Frost. He really needed that touch there on the side while he was alone at the back. Zulu keeping some nice pressure, though. Double commit coming out of Enclave. I haven't seen that too much. Juicy might be able to get this one in. Sinks. Yeah, he came in and scores the first goal. I'd say he's helping.
I would say so too. Only a minute in as well. Another very quick start, but already you can see just the lack of clutch from Zulu. They hit the post from Jambi, and they've had a couple more that were looking like they were going to open up in a shot that Enclave just shut down immediately. They need something desperately here. They cannot rely on any more luck heading their way. I mean, not that they really had much of it heading their way, but still, 4 minutes left seems like a lifetime, but all of a sudden that time has clicked down and you're losing in a 4-0 sweep. They have to switch it back on now. They have to get themselves back into it, but it's 2 for Enclave, and it's not going to change at all for Zulu. It looked like their tides were turning a 1 point in game 3, but they're fairly down in the dumps now.
Yeah, very unfortunate. It's super hard to keep your mental. I mean, that's a really big thing coming into a 4th game. You've lost all of them. They've been so close. I know for me personally, that's really hard for me to keep my mental fortitude in that 4th game.
Needing 2 goals in the remaining 3 minutes and 40 seconds. Might be 1. It's off the post, and Blizzy. It's a bit of a strange touch, but it'll work for the Enclave defense. Nonetheless, Zulu still trying to build up to it, still trying to find the weaving and diving in the final third, but it's just not coming off for them as Enclave again break forward, but this time Zulu will go straight back the other way from Cynics to pull one back, but Pusa to finish it! What a play!
What a double fake there. Cynics just juked everyone. Oh, you hate to see it.
I mean, we've seen some cracker plays so far, but I haven't seen a fake yet, and the double makes it all the juicier for Zulu here. I mean, that's certainly the sort of play that gets your mental back in the right place.
Yeah, most certainly. They needed at this point. That really close one coming up from Papusa, just hitting off the cross, off the sidewall there, and it was so close, and that's the type of luck I feel like they've had in these series so far. All of them so close. 3 minutes left, and just one down from Zulu. They might get this one in right now. With Cynics able to take it off the top, and Cynics. It's hard with Cynics and Sinks in here. I'm going to tell you guys, those are 2 names that shouldn't be in the same lobby.
Yeah, not the best to cast over, but I mean, if they're both pulling off highlight plays, I can deal with it. Again, Zulu just pushing. I mean, I think that's the first 2-goal comeback we've seen this series, but it just seems par for the course with how this series has been shaping up, maybe to instantly complete the comeback again before the halfway point of this game, but this time doesn't quite find its way all the way through, but still they keep it alive. Good keeping a hold of possession as Blissy looks to break, but the person makes the interception, will get demoed, but opens up for Cynics off the crossbar. Shabby there to finish it. Yes, he is, and it will go crossbar down. Not quite. Blissy gets the save.
They saved that their double pinch save. There was 1 pixel on that ball. Very unfortunate for Zulu there, and it's just series of unfortunate events, I tell you, for the Zulu side so far.
This is absolute insanity. Or they just cannot find anything in this series. No game win on the board yet, and still can't direct themselves into the lead with 2 minutes remaining, but we're still level here. There's still going to be chances for them. It just feels like destiny that Enclave will see it in a 4-0 sweep at this rate, but the onus is on Zulu to change that around and make sure that they do keep themselves in it as they push forward. Lizzie will take a hold of it, has rounded 1 already, will be looking to beat another 2. Jambi out in the middle. Not the most convincing clearance, but Papusa good demo on Sinks is to deny him any opportunities. On target from Sean Frost. Jambi alive to the danger though, and Cynics will come through on the rotation as well. Well played from Zulu to keep switched on in that play, but they've still got work to do here. Sean Frost picks it back up on the left-hand side. Pinch. Doesn't go anywhere, but Blizzy back in possession. Jambi with the clearance. Tries to find Papusa on the right. Gets the flick on. Jambi looking for the finish, but Blizzy was there in time. Zulu still keeping hold of it now. Papusa to Cynics. No shot. Found its way through as Blizzy finds the interception once more. Now Sean Frost looking for the third for Enclave. Still looking to shut this one down in a 4-0 sweep, but Zulu holding steadfast at the moment. Cynics His push forward is shut out. Papooses over Sean Frost. Cynics to find the redirect over Stinx's. It wasn't going to go in. Stinx's did have that touch, but Cynics just couldn't find the right angle on his car as Stinx's will pick up this ball going forward. 40 seconds left for either of these teams to win it in regulation, but surely we go to overtime one last time, Finn.
Most certainly. I mean, that's the best way we could end this series, right? I feel like it's the only way at this point is another overtime game. Really close on both sides. Again, Zulu having 8 shots so far compared to Enclave's 5. You can see that Zulu has the pressure, but you can also see just so many unfortunate things happening to them. So many goals that coulda, woulda, shoulda gone in. We're down now to 10 seconds. This one might actually go to overtime. I mean, another 6-minute overtime? What do you think?
Oh, baby, I'm so ready for that, and there it is! Oh, hits the ground! And off to the races we go once more.
Jamie putting it off the side wall. Sean Frost trying to find mid, no one there though. Papusa just giving it away to the other side. Blizzy just able to get a shot on, was on target. Couldn't try to put it out to mid there. Sings and Jambi went up for it. Good clear though. Jambi not quite able to get that 50. Good 50 from Sean Frost. And this one's still going to go out to mid. Blizzy up and Juicy up. Good clear from Jambi. I think this team, the Zulu side, is working in overtime right now. They want this win. They're trying to play fast. But this one, this might be a perfect pass out to Blizzy. I don't think he had enough boost for it. Sean Frost able to get a good clear on it. All 3 in the corner there for Zulu's side. Jambi, the one who's going to take it, beats one. Blizzy able to take. Cynic's going to have a good touch there, but not quite able to get it out to a teammate. Pusa just pops it up. This might be a shot on target. Really close there from Blizzy and Sean Frost. Seems like the Zulu side's just trying to get this ball away as much as they can. They keep giving it to this Enclave side. And a demo coming out from Zulu's side. Juicy and Maestro, they are sitting there on a 2v1. Sean Frost up, good touch from Papusa there. He really had to get to that one quickly. And it just turns around that fast. 2v1. Sings doing the same. Really going back and forth right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Zulu's defense looked a bit sketch on a couple of those plays from Enclave going forward, but again, it doesn't matter. They've kept themselves in it, and that's all they can really hope to do at this stage in the series. Maybe Sings to finally find one, but it's off the post. There's just absolutely no break to be had for this Zulu side, but posted back in the middle, but double commit comes out from Enclave. They just have so much time to work with here. Need to see a bit more aggression from Cynics on that play. Jambi finds a possession, but the shot didn't quite find its way through. Again, Zulu will keep it alive, but just no power on any of these shots coming through, and allows Enclave to try and find more saves, more clearances. Stinx is on the counter, but Pusa should have time to get there. Had to find that touch on the goal line. Stinx will direct it back middle, but Jambi's the only one waiting for it. Looks to control now. Maybe the ceiling pinch, doesn't quite find it. Maybe the ground pinch, but has to settle for a 50 instead. Cynics has no boost, instead only finds the side wall, or the backboard even, as Blizzy now the one to shoot, but again no power, and again Jambi will push it forward, trying to find Papoose on the right, looking for the shot. He does find contact, but nothing on target as Enclave will push back the other way now. End-to-end action once again hitting your screens. Blizzy for the 4-0 sweep, and Enclave have done it.
Enclave has done it indeed, and you have to feel for the Zulu side. So close in every single game. Hats off to Enclave. They get the 4-0. They deserve the 4-0.
Everyone in high school doubted me. Woke up to a text, said they're proud of me. Everyone in high school doubted me. Woke up to a track, now they're proud of me. Everyone in high school doubted me. Woke up to a text, say they're proud of me. Woke up to a text, say they're proud of me. Say they're proud of me. Prom night, high school, I might get it. I can't leave till I just